you know, we're open. I agree that the shortage is real, and I'm all for discussing options, but it's we would define appropriately trained by meeting our standards of school psychology. That is what our response would be.
I have a question for you. So in terms of Texas having the LSSP, the actual LSSP license, you said this is the only state in the nation that has that LSSP versus like a California that has a certification that meets all the criteria needed for at a federal level and that meet the IDEA requirements in their training programs. So why is that? Why do we have an LSSP? What is the real difference? And I guess just kind of curious. I mean, I have an LSSP, but I don't know why I have an LSSP. But in Ohio, I would have just been a school psychologist. So just kind of some clarity on that and where we came from and why we're here in Texas with the LSSP, essentially.
So pre-1995, school psychologists, speech-language pathologists, occupational therapists, and physical therapists were all certified by the Texas Education Agency. And during the course of that legislative session, TEA got out of the certification business and basically said, go away. We're out of the certification business for all you other people besides teachers. So pre-1995, we were associate school psychologists. We were called school psychologists. When we came over here to TSBEP, part of the compromise is that our title would be LSSPs, but that would be a temporary change, and we would go back to that title, and here we are in 2022 and still not using the right title. So every other state, to be a school psychologist, you're certified through your state Department of Education. But Texas got out, and now they only certify teachers through SBEC, State Board of Educator Certification. That's the only people that they certify. And so everybody else went to different licensees. SLPs, OTs, PTs, they all have now license and no longer have certifications.
How do you feel about that? I mean, in terms of, do you think this is a positive place to be, or is that?
No, I think it's a negative place to be, and we have fought for the title change forever, and I know my friends over here on the side of the room will comment about that as well. But for us, what we've always said is it's an identity problem, because a lot of people, the public doesn't know we exist. When you try to say, I'm an LSSP, they're like, what? And then you go, I'm a school psychologist, and they go, oh, okay, all right, you know, and so that's what they don't even know. We exist in the schools. And so we get a lot of evals by LPs that could have been done in the schools for free, but they didn't know that we exist. And part of it is the name change. I'm not going to lie. I've told people I will die on that hill of the title change, and I will continue to be here and speak about it. And that's the only way to get rid of me, Daryl, is to change the title.
There's something to it. I mean, I think about what my kids want to be when they grow up.
Right.
They want to be like pilots or firemen or things that they can conceptualize
Correct.
and see.
No one says, I want to be an LSSP when I grow up.
Right. Because they can't conceptualize. I mean,
right.
If somebody could conceptualize what that means, and this is personal, because I have a kid that struggles with dyslexia. And
right.
So to think about, what it means to meet with the professionals that make it their life's work to help my kid.
Right.
That's awesome. That's amazing. And so if you're trying to inspire a 18 or 19-year-old just out of high school,
right.
how do we conceptualize for them?
Right.
So I think, Shakespeare talked about what we call a rose.
mm-hmm.
It does matter though in terms of getting somebody to conceptualize where they want to go in there.
We would agree it does matter.
Yeah, thank you for bringing it up.
I tried hard not to, but since y'all went there, I was ready to go there.
It's fair. I don't have any other questions. Anybody else? Thank you.